When you first start Excel, you may encounter this. This is called the Start screen. If you do encounter the Start screen, simply click the option Blank Workbook and you'll be taken into Excel. Some people will be taken straight here to a blank workbook and won't encounter the Start screen. And that is because you can customize whether you do or don't see the Start screen every time you start Excel. To customize, you click on File in what effectively is called the ribbon, and then you click on Options in the lower left here. When you do so, you'll encounter the Excel General Options, and they're listed here. At the very bottom is a tick box. This tick box currently is ticked, so it shows the Start screen whenever Excel, that particular application, starts. If I don't want to see the Start screen every time I start the application Excel, I'll take the tick off and I'll click OK. Now whenever I exit out of Excel and start Excel again, I won't encounter the startup screen. I'll be taken straight into a blank workbook. Now, having started Excel, I want to look at the parts of the screen. Starting at the very top, we have what is known as the title bar. The title bar always tells us the name of the file or the workbook we currently have open and we're currently viewing. At this point in time, I'm seeing a file or a workbook called Book 1, and it's also telling me I'm in Excel. Now, to the left of the title bar typically is a Quick Access Toolbar, but I'm noticing my Quick Access Toolbar is down here. Let me just move the Quick Access Toolbar and put it back up above the ribbon where it typically sits by default. Here it is here. So to the left of your title bar is an area of the screen known as the Quick Access Toolbar, or QAT for short. The Quick Access Toolbar is designed to host shortcut buttons, and it currently has 3 buttons: a button to save, a button to undo, and a button to redo. But what we often want to do is add more buttons to the Quick Access Toolbar than the 3 we're given by default. And so if we do add more buttons to this toolbar, what we find is it starts to bang heads with the name of the file in the title bar. So what I'm going to recommend you do is to move the Quick Access Toolbar below the ribbon. And the ribbon is effectively this large panel that runs across the top of your screen. To move the Quick Access Toolbar, click the Customize Quick Access Toolbar button on the far right. When you do, you'll be presented with a menu of options, and the very last option is to show the Quick Access Toolbar below the ribbon. So I'm going to click this option. And here's my Quick Access Toolbar, now sitting below the ribbon instead of above the ribbon as it was a few seconds ago. You can just as easily click the Customize button again and show it above the ribbon, or show it below the ribbon. So you decide where you'd like it best. I like it under the ribbon because now I've got all this room here to add more and more shortcuts to make Excel quick and easy to use. So I'm going to ask that you move it below the ribbon for this particular exercise. Now, to customize the Quick Access Toolbar, I'm going to click the button yet again. I can see that Save and Undo and Redo are already ticked, and that's why these 3 buttons are showing. But I'd like to show some more buttons such as New. If I click New, I now have a button on my Quick Access Toolbar which enables me to quickly create a new document whenever I need to just by clicking this button. If I go back into the Customize button, I can then click Open and turn on Open, and now I have a button to quickly open a file in Excel whenever I need to. I'm going to go back into the Customize Quick Access Toolbar button and turn on Email, turn on Quick Print, Print Preview, Spelling, Sort Ascending, Sort Descending, and I'll make a decision about whether I want this last option. I'll turn it on for now. This last option is called the TouchMouse Mode. Now, the idea with this particular button is when you click it, you can choose to work in standard mode, which is the mouse, or in touch mode. Now, if I choose touch by clicking it, you'll see that a lot more space will occur between buttons. Let's just try it. So I'll choose touch. Notice how spaced out the buttons are now. This means that it's nice and easy to touch commands or touch buttons using your finger on a screen that allows you to use touch. So if you have a tablet or a phone or a laptop or a notebook that allows you to use touch, you might want to space out your buttons so they're easy to touch. I'm just using a machine that only supports a mouse and not touch. So I'm going to click the TouchMouse Mode button again and put it back to mouse, which basically reduces the gap between the buttons and puts me back into mouse mode. I actually don't need this button, so I'm going to go back into my Customize Quick Access toolbar and I'm going to click this option here to turn off TouchMouse Mode and leave that particular command turned off. So the whole idea with the Quick Access toolbar is that you can ask it to show you shortcuts to make Excel quick and easy to use. Now, in addition to these particular commands, I'd also like to add another command. If I go back into Customize and I go back into More Commands, what I've got here on the right-hand side are the commands I currently have in my Quick Access toolbar, and what I have on the left-hand side is what Microsoft deem as popular commands. Now, I think you'd agree, if you've used Excel a little bit or other programs, that one of the commands we use on a popular and regular basis is Save As. So I'm going to scroll down this list to the S's, and I want to find Save As. And here's the Save As command. I'm going to add that using the Add button to my Quick Access toolbar. And there it is there. Now, this is going to get very busy with the course of time and with us adding more and more commands. So we really need to organize the commands in a logical order. I'm going to put this Save As up under this Save command using this button out here to the right called Move Up. Each time I click the Move Up button, I can move this command up. And if I move it up one too many, I can use this button to move it down. So now my two Save commands are together, my two Undo and Redos are together, and my New and Open are together. So you can add commands, you can remove commands, and you can move them up and move them down. For example, I may want a command that emails this particular workbook as a PDF file. Now as I scroll up to the E's, I don't see that I've got email as PDF. So what I've got to do here is change popular commands to all commands. This then alters this list, excuse that, on this side here, and I'm just going to scroll down, and if I get tired of scrolling down, I'll just click and press the letter E. And that will jump me to all the commands that begin with E. The command I'm after is this one, email as a PDF attachment. This is something I do on a regular basis. I don't just email as an Excel file, but I sometimes email as a PDF attachment. So I want to add this command. And here it is here. I'm now going to use my Move Down button to move it down and put it under email. So my two email commands are together. So that's the idea. You can add, you can move things up and down. The commands might be under popular commands or they might be under all commands. And so throughout these series of videos, we'll be adding more commands as we find them useful. But for now, I'll just click OK, and I can see the changes have appeared in my Quick Access toolbar.